going to be terrific, don't you think, Peter?
Just a few more tucks and we'll be all done. Do you like her in it, Mr. Flint?
Peter, do you like it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Good. You're going to be that enthusiastic about everything during our marriage?
I'm sorry, Kelly. It's beautiful.
So, now what's all this about you wanting to go away? Why all of a sudden?
Oh, never mind.
Never mind. Just a minute ago, you were doing a whole sales pitch.
We'll talk about it later.
Peter, I don't think it's a good idea you running off now. You know, you're just getting started at Capitol Enterprises, and Daddy wouldn't like it very much.
Well, I'm all finished now. I mean, at least with you in it.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll get out of it. Thank you.
What are you doing here?
Antonio, is that your greeting? That's going to be lovely on her if she's careful not to ruin it. I mean, ooh, cheerio like that. Hard to get bloodstains.
Oh, shut up. She's not going to get hurt, you hear me?
Well, it's up to you, Antonio. So why don't you just go home, unpack your bags, fill it up with that $250,000, and then you don't have to worry about running away anymore.
I'm warning you. No harm better come to Kelly. You leave her out of this. I don't care what you do to me, but she's gone through hell already, and I'm not going to see anything else done to her.
I wouldn't waste my time worrying about Kelly if I were you. You have got a deadline to meet, and there's very little time left. Now, I know you don't want the secret of your past to come out, but now, you don't want your girlfriend hurt? Whew, you better get moving. You got a lot to lose.
What are you doing in my room?
Finding out some very interesting things about you. For instance, I just found out you had a live-in girlfriend. Was she the one that knocked me out in the warehouse that night?
Whatever you have in your hand, put it down.
Sure.
You have no right to be here. You have no right to follow me to find out who I am. I told you from the very beginning that I don't want anyone to know who I am.
And I told you I was going to find out.
You are incredibly suspicious. What about everything I've done to help you and Kelly?
What help? We still don't have a lead to the killer.
You're wrong. We've made progress. At least Kelly believes in your innocence.
Okay, that's true.
Isn't that the most important thing as far as you're concerned?
Yeah, just about.
Well, then don't do anything like this again, because if you do, I'm just giving up the whole business and you can go alone.
What kind of connection did Sophia Capwell have to Lionel Lockridge?
What makes you ask that?
There was some connection from way back. I don't know what it was, but I have proof that it existed.
I don't know anything about it.
Look, I want to find out what it was. If they were good friends, if so, how good? What the nature of the relationship was, if it was more than a relationship. I want to know when they knew each other and how long.
I can't give you any of those answers. As far as I know, there was no connection. I don't even know if they ever met. Look, I would appreciate it if you would leave now.
I'm telling you, I have positive proof they knew each other. Look, I think it's a pretty good bet that they were more than just good friends.
That's impossible. Will you please go?
Dominic, try to find out. It's something worth investigating.
I'll see what I can do, but I can't promise you anything, because I don't really think that there is anything to find out.
We'll see.
I'm telling you, the situation with Joe Perkins is getting worse. It's coming to a head, and I want you to handle it.
I've done everything I can do. I've paid to have inmates pick fights with him. I've spent I don't know how much to have him implicated in prison situations that would result in disciplinary action.
And he still came out on parole. So you failed. But I'm giving you an opportunity to redeem yourself. Now, either he goes back to jail, or get him out of Santa Barbara.
And if I fail again...
Capwell.
Thank you, Rosa. I'll open this later. Well, it's from your mother.
It is.
I haven't received a gift from Pamela in Years.
Well, I get an occasional birthday present from her.
I haven't even heard from her in 10 years. Do you know anything about this?
No, nothing at all. Mother and I don't keep in very close touch. Whatever it is, I hope you enjoy it. Well, if you're through with me, I have another appointment.
All right, but just keep in mind what I said. Santana. All through in the bedroom?
Yes, I just finished taking the measurements.
Good. Now take a moment with me. I've been thinking about the two of us.
So have I.
I want you to come to my birthday party tomorrow. To be with me.
Cece, I'm not so sure that's a wise idea.
Listen, I know it's going to be a shock to my family, and it will be to Rosa and Reuben. But we have to face this sometime. I want people to know I'm seeing you, and that it's not only business.
I just think it's going to create a lot of talk and trouble.
Only in the beginning. Please, will you come with me?
Well, I guess if you're willing to face it, so am I.
Good. Oh, I'd like you to wear that bracelet I gave you.
Cece, they'll recognize it.
Well, fine, let them. Now, as much as I hate to, I have to go to a business meeting.
When will I see you?
Soon. I'll call you.
I thought you were still upstairs, dear.
Oh, Mama, I'm finished. Those are beautiful flowers.
I understand the house is going to be filled with flowers tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I put in a pretty big order. Have you heard anything else about Eden?
Only that she's supposed to be here for the party. I hope she is. Cece doesn't know about it, though. So don't say anything, please. It's a surprise.
All right. You know, I'm going to be going to the party, too.
You're decorating for it.
No, I was invited.
By Mason?
No. Cece asked me.
You couldn't have. You just have misunderstood, darling. The party's only for the family.
I didn't misunderstand, Mama.
But he wouldn't have done that. Unless he cared a great deal. Santana.
Well, you know, I think Cece wants me to be here. As a matter of fact, he even said that it would make him very happy if I came.
And how happy will he be when he finds out you're only using him to find out about your child?
I'm not doing that, Mama. I like Cece. And I care about him.
It's bad enough to deceive someone else. To deceive yourself is worse.
Look, Mama, Cece is a very lonely man. And I know it sounds silly, even though he's got everything as it seems, but, I mean, let's face it, his children are all grown up. And I don't think he's going to be very happy in this big house all by himself.
So where do you come in?
I think I can help him. And I think I can make him very happy. Here you go.
Thank you. And don't worry, I'll have it back in plenty of time.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now maybe we can get down to what all this travel talk is about. Peter, I've never known you to be so impulsive. What's gotten into you?
Oh, it was a stupid idea. I take it back. You were with Joe today again, weren't you?
Yes. And with the witness, Dominic.
Good. I thought so.
Peter, look, I'm doing everything I can to help find the murderer. I guess I need to do that more than almost anything right now.
Yeah, and I want to help if I can.
You do, really?
Mm-hmm. But I've got a lot to arrange, and I better get going. Listen, tell me one thing. You're convinced that this witness, Dominic, is telling the truth. Joe's really innocent.
Yes.
All right.
Peter, wait. Look, I know you're never going to share my feelings about Joe, but I want you to know that I'm grateful you understand how I feel. It helps a lot.
I'm glad.
You calling me tonight?
Yeah, sure.
Veronica, would you come in here and bring me the Capwell real estate account checkbook? Oh, why did this have to happen now?
Here it is.
Thanks. Do we still have the letter on file from CC authorizing me to sign checks on this account?
Up to $50,000, yes.
Good.
Peter, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, I'll call you if I need you.
Sure.
Day. And I have a toast I'd like to make. A toast to my fiancée, Miss Kelly Capwell. May you continue to inspire the sun to rise every morning. And may I be a worthy husband to you every night. To Kelly! To Kelly!
It was just getting too close. Just too close, and I planned it so well. I'm stupid. I'm just stupid!
And then, besides finding all that, I spotted this card and picked it up on my way out.
Beacon House, Anchorage, Alaska?
Yeah, I gotta get up there and check it out.
So Dominic has a girlfriend?
He never, ever said a word about her.
Joey, I didn't... Oh.
No, that's okay.
Hi, Miss Perkins.
Kelly, it's nice to see you again.
You two talk for a minute. I want to go make a few phone calls and check some things out.
May I get you anything?
No, thanks. I'm fine.
Please, sit down.
Thank you. Miss Perkins, I know it must seem strange seeing me again.
Looking very well.
Thank you. Look, I just want you to know that I've finally come to believe Joe's innocent.
I'm glad.
Look, I've talked to someone who backs up Joe's alibi. I owe you an apology, too.
Kelly, I do appreciate that. There are not too many people in this town who could admit to being wrong, especially since you were the one who testified against him. Look, I really hate to say this, Kelly, but if it weren't for what you said at the trial, Joe probably wouldn't have gone to prison.
No, I know. It was a terrible thing I did. But at the time, I honestly believed Joe was guilty. And now I know the truth. You know, when you make a mistake like that, it's hard to live with yourself.
I'm sure this must mean a great deal to Joe. Above all, I think the thing he wanted most was for you to believe in him.
I just hope you can all forgive me.
I can. Kelly, thank you. I just wish Joe's father could be as open-minded.
Yeah. I'm sure it won't be long before Joe can prove he's innocent to everyone.
I hope so.
Hey, I called information in Anchorage about that Beacon House.
And?
It's an institute for the emotionally disturbed. I've got to go up there. I've got to find the connection.
Je suis sûr qu'il y en a.
I'm so glad you were able to come by, Cece.
Well, I was concerned about both of you. I wanted to be sure you were comfortable.
It's very kind of you. And this is sumptuous.
That's my pleasure. Where is Brandon?
He's up in his room playing. Wait a minute. Brandon, honey, Uncle Cece is here.
Uncle Cece!
Here's my boy. Well, did you get to see the sailboats?
Yes, lots and lots.
That's good. Now we're going to have to get you out on one. Would you like that?
Uh-huh.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Oh, good manners.
Darling, now if you want, you can go back upstairs and play.
Okay, so long.
So long. He's a fine boy.
Yes, he is. Please sit down.
Tell me, how has he been taking everything?
Well, luckily he's young, so it doesn't have much reality to him.
You know, I've been thinking. You said the reason you came here was because you needed a change of scenery and a little vacation. Well, how would you like to extend that for a while?
Oh, no. I really shouldn't stay any longer.
Why not? What's there to keep you down at home?
Oh, that's true. Without Stockman, it isn't much of a home anymore. Just memories that are hard to forget.
You need a distraction. Maybe you'd like to go north to San Francisco. Or even to Hawaii or Tahiti.
Tahiti?
Sure. Any place that strikes your fancy. I can make all the arrangements for you. And I'll see to it that you're well cared for. Both of you.
Cece, that's a very kind offer. You've been so good to us.
Well, I want to do whatever I can.
Cece, it's been such a hard time. I can't even explain it to you. Everything happened so suddenly. And I miss him so much.
I know.
I'm doing the best I can to keep Brandon protected and happy. But there's so many problems. There's lawyers and business things. I honestly don't know what I would have done without you.
I'll always be here for you, Gina. I want you to know that I'm not only happy to help, but I insist on it.
Well, thank God for Cece. I think we've had enough of that, haven't we?
Now, what about the vacation?
Well, it would be hard to say no to, wouldn't it?
I think it would do you a world of good.
Oh, excuse me. Summer!
Gina,
you made good time. You're here so early.
I know. There wasn't much traffic coming up from LA.
I want you to meet someone very special. This is C.C. Capwell. This is my sister, Summer Blake.
My pleasure.
For me, too. Gina has told me so much about you and how kind you've been. Hey, listen, why don't I go wait down by the pool?
Oh, no. You're not intruding. Don't be silly.
Of course not.
Where's your luggage?
They're bringing it up. What a beautiful place you have here. Boy.
Well, this is thanks to C.C.
Well, I'm going to leave now. You two ladies can visit by yourselves.
Oh, no, you don't. You look around. Sweet little Brandon is in the back room. And let me say goodbye to C.C.
Oh, it was very nice meeting you, Mr. Campbell.
It was my pleasure. I'm glad you're here to keep Gina company.
So am I. Hope I see you again.
Bye. Pretty girl.
Yes, and so smart she intimidates me.
Don't you let anybody intimidate you. Well, Gina, what do you think about the vacation idea?
Oh, right. Sorry, can I think about it and then let you know?
Of course.
Cece, thank you so much. Summer!
Hi! You know, this place ought to go a long way to cheer you up.
Well, I'll tell you, it helps.
You know, from now on, I'm going to take full charge of your life. I decided on the drive up, I'm going to make all the plans for you. I'm not going to let your days be anything but happy from now on.
Well, that sounds great to me, if you can do it.
You watch me. I think the first thing we should do is go to the beach. We're going to eye up the surf and the surfers.
Well, that part I think is more your department than mine. But you give me 2 minutes and I'll change, all right?
Il a toujours souhaité avoir son nom dans l'histoire de notre pays.
I've often thought privately that it would be amusing if one day historians argued over who was worse, C.C. Capwell or Attila the Hun.
Truer words were never spoken.
Lionel,
Yes, Mother.
would you look at this?
Yes, that's the property tax. I paid it.
You certainly did. Luckily, I looked in the envelope before I put it in the mail to see that the check was enclosed. Will you look at that amount?
Good Lord. $200,000?
Yes. Tax payment for $2,000. Splendid.
Well, I can't imagine what I was thinking when I wrote that.
Happier days, no doubt.
Well, it won't happen again, Mother.
What happened to my rubies that you were going to cash in?
Yes. Well, I decided not to sell those after all.
I don't understand you any longer, Lionel. You're acting very strangely.
Am I?
Very strangely. Is there something you're not telling me?
Nothing in particular, Mother.
You've been making too many mistakes lately.
Well, it's only a passing phase, Mother.
Oh, pish-tosh. You're too old to be having passing phases.
Well, I'll try to pull myself together, I promise.
Your carelessness is hurting your son and your daughter, and this I will not allow.
Oh, Mason.
Making another of my rare unannounced appearances.
Well, come in.
I wanted to talk to you about Dad's birthday party tomorrow.
Oh, right. You have a special decorating request?
Well, I thought you might want to surprise Dad by appearing in a gorilla suit.
Only if you will.
No, actually, I was wondering if you would go to the party with me.
Oh, I can't.
Well, why not? Do you think because you decorated it puts you at a social disadvantage? We're a very open-minded lot.
No, it isn't that.
Well, if you're worried because you think it's a family-only affair, don't give that a second thought. You're practically a member of the family anyway.
That's very sweet. Thank you. But I can't.
No, huh? Well, that's too bad. It could be a rough day.
Well, I hope it's a good one. I hope it's happy.
You could make it happier.
Well, I have an engagement already. Thank you.
Oh? Anybody I know?
Mason, you should know me well enough by now to know I don't like to mention names.
Very unsatisfactory. Hello. What have we here?
Like it?
Where did you get it?
It was a gift.
Obviously, but from whom?
There you go asking me names again.
Well, I'm just curious as to who can afford that kind of present. It's a beautiful bracelet.
I like it.
I have the feeling that I've seen it before. Is that possible?
Oh, no, it isn't possible.
I see. Come on in.
I guess I'm the last person you expected to see.
You know Kelly.
Yes, I do. She's actually the last person I expected to see.
Hello, Mrs. Lockridge.
Nice to run into you. Do I take it that you two are now an item again?
What can I do for you?
Well, I thought maybe I could help you, financially or with the solving of the murder. You know, all of us who believe in Joe are trying very hard to find the real killer of your brother.
Yes, well, I'm trying to help Joe, too.
I'm about to leave to catch a plane to Anchorage.
Anchorage? Whatever for?
Joe's trying to get some information about the man who's his alibi, his witness for the night of the murder, you know. Someone who's refused to come forward so far.
I think it's wonderful that you're standing by him through all of this, but I do find it hard to believe that you have any faith in his innocence.
Don't hassle her, Augusta.
What? Am I doing that?
I do believe in him, Mrs. Lockridge. And I'm very happy to tell you that we're making real progress in finding who the killer is.
Oh, that's fine. Now, I remember Joe saying something about your family being robbed. Perhaps Channing knew who the robber was and was killed by him.
Yes, well, we've talked about that.
I'm sure you've taken many theories into account by now.
Yes, we have.
Well, but you are making progress, and that's the important thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got something else to tell you.
Please do.
I have a hunch that whoever the killer is knows Joe is making progress, and eventually he's going to be cleared. And whoever that killer is must really be sweating by now, and scared of what's going to happen next.
Now, isn't this a nice place?
Yes, there are some very attractive people here.
Mm-hmm. Imagine what it was like in the heat of summer. These are just the leftover bodies.
Leftovers? I haven't been to the beach in a long time.
You haven't done a lot in a long time. But we're going to change all that. It's my new project, restoring.
Tell me, what's a nice girl like you with a master's in art history doing spending your time with a widowed sister? You should be doing something constructive.
But I am. As a matter of fact, I have decided to try and land a job at the Santa Bárbara Museum of Art.
Really? Why the change? Aren't you happy at the LA County Museum?
Oh, yeah, I like it, but they have a nice little art collection here. And I like the idea of a smaller museum. Also, this town, Gina, it is the kind of place Dupree should have painted, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'm right with you.
I have so much to teach you, Gina. I'll tell you what. You order some lemonade, and I'll play some music.
All right.
That song's mislabeled.
I beg your pardon?
Well, see, it says Total Eclipse of the Heart, but actually it's Cyndi Lauper. I just thought I'd save you a big disappointment when you didn't get your song.
Thank you.
You know, if I were you, I'd choose number 17. It's a real hot number.
I don't like hard rock.
Well, in that case, how about...
Excuse me, I appreciate the suggestion, but I'd rather pick my own music.
Far be it from me. You're going to be sorry, though.
About what?
Well, that you didn't take my word for it. See, I guess I was right, wasn't I?
Yes, I guess you were.
So does that mean maybe that you owe me a little apology?
No, I don't think so. You see, I was testing your truthfulness.
Oh, that hurts. I don't know what it is about me that makes people so untrusting.
Your smile, probably.
Well, if that's the case, if I promise to keep a straight face, may I buy you a drink?
No, thank you. I don't drink with strangers.
Well, give me half a chance. I promise to be anything but straight.
Cute.
You know, I think you're going to be sorry again.
Peter, you look terrible. Come in.
I feel terrible.
Not coming down with a cold, I hope.
I guess I got to talk to you.
So you said on the phone. Now, make yourself comfortable.
Have a drink?
Sure. Will scotch do?
Scotch is fine. Are we alone?
Oh, yes, we're quite alone. Why, do we need our privacy? You've come to plight your troth. I warn you, I can never leave my husband.
Please be serious for a minute. I'm in trouble. I need your help.
Well, I have infinite powers, but I'm afraid even I can't straighten out the mess your life is in.
Please, listen.
Oh, poor fellow. Tell me.
Well, you remember when you came to me about Warren?
Vaguely.
You asked for my help, and I obliged. You were grateful, so you said. I'm asking you to remember that.
Oh, don't you know a debt of gratitude is the hardest thing to repay? Why don't you just let me go on feeling appreciative?
Augusta, I told you I'm in trouble. There's nobody else I can go to.
Well, it must be serious if you're coming to me. All right. You weren't very helpful to me with Mason and the beachfront property, but I guess I can be forgiving. Tell me all about it.
I can't tell you everything, Augusta. What it comes down to is there's some things in my past that managed to catch up to me.
Ah, what was that expression my mother used to use? The chickens will come home to roost. Have your chickens come home, Peter?
Just stop it. Listen, if ever there was a matter of life and death, this is it.
Well, what could you have done? A nude centerfold in the physics teacher's journal. Or are we talking about larger improprieties?
I'm not going to tell you what it was.
Well, how can I help you with the problem if I don't understand it?
It's simple. I need some money.
Oh, whatever it is, you're being blackmailed for it. Oh, this is very intriguing. Go on.
Augusta, any amount you could loan me, I'll be able to pay you back plus interest as soon as Kelly and I are married.
I can just see you breaking into her piggy bank on your wedding night.
Damn it, Augusta. Just stop being so smug. I need your help.
All right. Calm down. What are you talking about? 100, 1,000, 2,000?
No. More than that.
Well, how much? 5, 10? How indiscreet were you?
Almost unable to say it. I need $250,000.
$250,000? Are you serious? My God, you are serious. You must be in a lot of trouble.
I am.
Well, I'll have to do some thinking about that. I don't get requests for $250,000 every day.
You just have to trust me to get it back to you.
It may not come to that. I don't see where giving you any kind of money could be a prudent investment. I mean, I don't have that much money to give you, but if I did, I don't believe I'd ever get it back.
I swear to you, as soon as Kelly and I are married,
Yes, I know. As soon as you and Kelly are married. But that's not very good collateral to my thinking, because I don't believe that you'll ever marry Kelly.
Of course I am. What are you talking about?
I don't know if you're up to date on the latest development, but I did speak to Kelly. In fact, today. Did you know that Joe Perkins is back in her life?
Yes, I know. She's seeing him out of guilt. She told me about it.
Peter, darling, I hate to say it, but as long as Joe is a factor, I don't think you have a chance with her. Now she believes in his innocence. That's just a short jump away from loving him again. I hate to say it, but you're on your way out. And, that's very harsh, I know, but it's better to deal with the truth.
I can see how much you enjoy watching me beg. So let's put an end to it. Will you do it or not?
I have to decline. But thank you for the investment opportunity. You can finish your drink now.
Can't you loan me part of it?
I'm very bad at fractions.
Augusta, I don't have any place else to turn. I need your help.
I'll help you. Turn around, go out the door, and don't look back, Orpheus.
You say he got on a plane that was headed for Anchorage? Well, do you have any idea why he was going there? Well, you know where he was going once he got there. I see. No. Well, if you find out anything else, let me know right away. All right. Thanks. Hi, Kelly.
Shopping for Dad's birthday is the hardest thing in the world. He has everything.
You bought all that for Dad?
Well, some of it is for me.
Other people's birthdays really bring out the best in you, don't they? Kelly, are you still seeing Joe?
Yes.
I need to talk to him. You think you could arrange it for me?
What do you want to talk to him about, Mason?
Now, Kelly, you don't like other people prying into your business. I just want to have a private conversation with him.
Well, that's not enough. I need to know why first.
Oh, does he ask you to screen people before he'll talk to them?
Now, the truth is, I don't trust you when it comes to Joe. You'll try and trick him in some way.
Kelly, I don't know what I did to deserve that reputation. What about if I promise not to lay a glove on him?
Well, you can't talk to him now anyway because he's out of town.
He's left Santa Barbara?
Get that gleam out of your eye, Mason. He's only gone temporarily.
Where'd he go?
He caught a plane this afternoon to, No, never mind. I'm not going to give you any information about him either.
Why not?
Because you're too much against him. You know, you've got an absolute blind spot when it comes to Joe. And I know if you just happened to find out anything about him, you wouldn't hesitate to use it against him. And I'm not going to help you cause any trouble for him.
You have what I would call a case of divided loyalties, Kelly. That's going to make life very difficult for you in the long run.
Mason, I just go around quietly doing what I think is right. It's you and Daddy who create these scenes and cause these arguments. I wish you'd just leave me alone.
Has it occurred to you that that might be because we love you?
Look, when I love someone, I do what makes them happy.
Well, supposedly you love Peter. Does it make him happy you're seeing Joe? Siding with him?
Look, I don't want to talk about this.
Hi, Mom. What can I do for you?
I'd like to talk to you. Do you have a minute?
Sure. You want to come and sit down?
How's work?
Fine. A little slow right now, but it's okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Your father says he told you about our losing the beachfront property.
Yeah, he did.
Said you were a little upset about it.
Of course I was upset. We're losing 50 prime acres because of a ridiculous oversight. Has anyone told Grandma yet?
Oh, no, we're avoiding that as long as possible.
I don't blame you. She's going to hit the roof.
Yeah, well, we'll jump off that bridge when we come to it. Meanwhile, I have some interesting information for you.
Oh, yeah? What?
I just came from Joe Perkins.
Oh, are you still seeing that guy?
No, I didn't mean that way. I saw Joe and Kelly together.
So they were together?
Oh, yes, indeed. Almost as if nothing had happened. Almost like 5 years went by and Joe didn't go to prison and he didn't kill her brother. Do you know what they were talking about?
I don't have a clue.
Finding the real killer.
That's a laugh.
Joe has convinced her that he's innocent, and someone is giving Joe information. Kelly says they're very close to finding the man who was responsible for the shooting.
Look, they're bluffing. I mean, there's nobody else they could find.
Joe knows that the Catwells were robbed very near the same time as the murder.
So?
Well, they may suspect that whoever the thief was also the murderer.
Well, we'll see, won't we? I mean, not that I much care. In fact, I don't even know why you're telling me all this, Mom. It doesn't matter to me what happens to Joe or Kelly.
Well, it was on my mind. I just thought I'd talk to you about it. You can file it away if you want. It's just gossip, after all.
Here you are, dear.
Thank you, Rosa. I give this property deed to my father tomorrow. I want it to look somewhat festive. It's a very important gift.
Happy birthday, dear Cece, from Mason and me.
having fun here.
Oh, are you forceful when you're angry? But you're not effective. We have another tape, naturally. Protection tape. You know, that was 10 years ago, and you are still recognizable.
You're not getting a cent out of me until I know I have all the copies of that tape.
Does that mean you're going to cooperate?
I'm going to try.
Do you have the money now?
No.
How are you going to get it?
That's my business, Ginger.
No more running away. We don't like that. Makes us angry.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, good. You see, we have to trust each other. Without trust,
Listen, I'm warning you. I don't want to ever come home and see you in my house again. You understand that?
Perfectly. And once you've paid me what I've asked for, we'll be out of your life forever. That's a promise, Antonio. But payment in full. You understand that? We don't accept payment on account.
I understand.
Oh, good. I'm so glad we're being sensible. And let me give you some advice as a friend. You're not going to get anything out of the Catwells as long as Kelly is seeing Joe Perkins.
Perkins! I'm sick of the sound of that name.
Oh, I bet you are. You're going to have to do something. Got to get rid of him.
Sure. Any suggestions, Ginger?
Yes.
What?
I'd kill him.